I know you used to be a pro gamer in your past life. And as parents always see their kids, or parents often see their kids playing games. So how did you go from going to be a pro gamer to the person you are now? Did it help you at all?
Yeah, so the context behind this, when I was 13, if you asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I would have said I wanted to be a professional Call of Duty player. I was playing a ridiculous amount of Call of Duty 4, specifically at the time, and just became completely obsessed with it. I think the same thing that you see happening with kids today, how they end up getting obsessed with Roblox or Minecraft, whatever it might be. That certainly happened to me with Call of Duty. However, so my parents weren't too happy, and when I told them, look, like in 2025, pro gamers are going to be paid as much as Messi or Ronaldo, they were like, you're crazy. Even though that is somewhat starting to become the case, the real value that that gaming actually gave me was a different way of learning. Because at school, when I wanted to get better at math, or if I wanted to get better at a specific subject, I'd have a tutor or teacher to go and ask. But now with gaming, I was the only one in my grade that was playing, and never had any gaming tutors, obviously. And so the only way I was able to get better was by Googling and YouTubing. So I would YouTube how to play Call of Duty, how to do this, how to do that. And in the process of doing that, I was exposed to two things when it came to learning. One was how to use the internet to learn new things and how to navigate a lot of information to find good, reliable content in order to improve at something. Because that same skill of learning how to become better at Call of Duty ended up translating, and we'll chat about this more during the podcast, to math, ended up translating to coding, ended up translating to any arbitrary skill, because the fundamental of learning how to learn using online resources is what Call of Duty inspired me to do. That's the first one. The second one is it set a really high bar. It was just so much fun and it was so engaging. I just wanted to learn using YouTube, Google, whatever it might be, how to become a better gamer. And it set my standard as well for other subjects. And so when I went to go find math content or science content, I also started to look like, okay, I want something as engaging and as fun as the gaming content. Hard to find, but it did end up setting high expectations, which is hopefully starting to translate now to the same level of engagement that we want to give kids here at Strive, that learning should feel like playing a game.
Interesting. So you're telling me you Google searched, how can I kill this guy on Call of Duty faster? And you managed to do it. And then you're like, wait a minute. Similarly, I can ask, how do I solve this quadratic equation? And you managed to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. As just for parents, like, how can they facilitate that more? So it happened naturally for you?
I think one, it's just prompting, right? So okay, it's a really good question. I think the first one, and like looking back at it, what ended up happening for me is I had a very antagonistic relationship with my parents when it came to gaming. Fair enough, I was certainly playing a lot, and it was compromising certain other things. And I think that's certainly a very valid concern for parents today. Too much screen time, too much time playing games, not enough time outside, all of this. And it's important to communicate to your kid the importance of that. However, the way in which you do that is really important, because you don't want to antagonize or punish your kid as much. Or at least that's what I would have hoped my parents would have done more for me. Because as a result, I just stopped engaging with them. So if they did have a useful piece of advice, or if they did want to productively encourage me to do something, I'd kind of shut off. And so I think it comes from a little bit of an understanding that the games that kids are playing are indeed actually valuable. Kids are learning real, genuine skills and have the potential to learn real, genuine skills from those games, like the ones I just mentioned. So I would encourage parents to try and relate to your kid. Try and be able to speak the lingo of Roblox, of Minecraft, of Call of Duty. Be like, what kill streaks did you get? What skin do you have? And when you're able to engage and get your kid to trust you on that level, I think it would become easier for parents to then encourage their kids to, hey, how about we spend less time on Roblox this week, and we can look at playing more next week, or whatever it might be.